All right, Leo, we are doing a reading looking at how can you deepen love? How can you deepen loving relationships in your life? Okay. And, you know, sometimes this might come through as how are you blocking loving relationships, or how are you blocking your ability to have deeper relationships, to really deepen your love connections. And love doesn't always have to be romantic love. It can be, but it could also be love for family, friends, even love for activities, right? Like romantic, you can have a romance with your art, with your reading, with all kinds of different things, with nature. Um, so Leo, we're asking, how can Leo deepen love? How can Leo deepen love? Okay, let's see what we got here. We have Six of Wands, King of Cups, Four of Wands, and Strength. Wow, okay. Yeah, it's nice energy here. Okay. And this is you, Leo. I feel like this is you showing up right here, very strong. Okay. Yeah, I feel, for you, I feel like you're really good at building. You're really good at setting a goal and accomplishing it, and seeing it through the end, like really getting to the end line, getting to that space of you've accomplished it and you can celebrate it now. And so, like, I feel like this is something that you're already good at, right? And so how do you build on the things that you're already good at? Like, you can apply these things to love, right? So, if you're really good at setting goals and seeing something through to the end until it's accomplished, what can that skill look like in terms of relationships? Okay, so what kinds of goals can you set in relationship, that will actually help to deepen love, right? And I think really, for you, Leo, is, I'm going to say, emotional availability. I feel like the goals that you can set around romantic love has to do with emotional availability, okay? Not just emotional availability, but like, well, emotional stability, just emotional maturity, right? Like having a real emotional intelligence. That's the word that I was looking for, the phrase I was looking for. So for you, Leo, I do feel like if you really want to connect deeper with people, it's really going to be about enhancing your emotional intelligence. And how can you do this? You can do research. What is emotional intelligence? Go check that out. Go figure that out. What does it look like? Like, go and check out some examples of what it does and does not look like. Okay, because I feel like for you, Leo, like you're such a fiery, accomplished person that, like nothing stands in your way. I feel like you're very used to getting what you want because you're very powerful in that sense. But with relationships, with romantic love, it requires a little bit more delicacy. It requires a little bit more softness. And that's really what the King of Cups is representing here. The King of Cups is somebody who's very emotionally mature. He's very in touch with his emotions. That doesn't mean that he, is completely expressive with his emotions, but he can recognize when emotions arise in him. He can recognize them right away for what they are, right? But he doesn't have to react to them. He can recognize them, he can acknowledge them, he can feel them, but he doesn't necessarily react to them and then outwardly, have some display of emotion. He can very calmly say, this is what I'm feeling, right? He can be very angry inside, but instead of having some kind of meltdown or emotional outburst, he can effectively communicate what he's feeling, okay? And I feel for you, like that's really important. To really deepen your love and your emotional bonds with people, yeah, to really obtain deeper connection. There has to be some type of emotional vulnerability, and so there has to be an ability or an effort on your part to very maturely communicate what you are feeling or what you are experiencing emotionally, so that the other person, your partner, can really get an understanding of where you're at and have some compassion for you, and have some compassion, have some understanding. Emotions are information. I really think that this is the thing that is going to really heighten the type of relationships that you're having with people, the way that you connect with people, and really the desire for people to connect with you, okay? Because sometimes coming across like very strong, right? Strength, yeah. Coming across very strong, capable, driven. Those things those are wonderful qualities, but they can come across as a little hard, and they can make you a little bit standoffish, like a little bit unapproachable. So the advice here is really to soften a little bit and to really get more in touch with your emotions. And, first of all, recognizing emotions. And then second of all, being able to communicate them effectively to others. I really feel that that's the thing that is going to help you to, deepen connections, deepen love, and just have like a lot more meaningful, fulfilling relationships with people. Okay, Leo? Wishing you all the luck. Love you lots. Aloha.